Like, share, and subscribe to my channel as I continue to provide you with trusted information for you to use to make decisions. Someone asked me a question, and I really want to address the matter because I think the matter is of importance, particularly what is actually happening in the world and more so Jamaica. And the question is for my presentation today: can you do a research on why men neglect their children when the moms deny them sex? And the person put question sign there. No, I want to deal with this matter because I think the matter is of importance to many men and the world, particularly Jamaica as it relates to truth. Now, Jamaica is among the highest rate of paternity fraud in the world. For some persons who are not aware of what paternity fraud is, means when a female gives a male a child that is not his. Jamaica refer to that in its parlance as jacket. Now, a number of males have been going through this for years. It's not something which is a new phenomenon. And recently, the Star brought a report, and that's a tabloid in Jamaica, brought a report that looks at paternity fraud if a popular entertainer and top sports personality. But those persons are not the only ones who are having that issue. I did a research some time ago that actually found out that I think 40% of women indicated that they have given paternity fraud in Jamaica, and another 30% of them indicated that the child may not be for the person, which would mean about 70% of the women in Jamaica are indicating that they have given paternity fraud. And there are results that have indicated that it's even higher than the figure that I quoted to you a while ago, approximately 70%. Now, a number of women do not seem to understand clearly that this paternity fraud is destroying not only the family, but the life of children. And that's something that I want to deal with because, I was asked the question, I think, in a subtle way. So I want to respond to the matter in a subtle way, but an open way to help other person to understand. I remember some time ago, I had a good friend, and I had a challenge to try to understand what she was doing. And I asked her, what? And she said, yes. Her child had two fathers. And I said to her, what do you mean by two fathers? She said, the child had a father in Jamaica that knows of her as his child. And the child also has a father in the States, which means that she'll be playing with one of the two persons. But she claims there's a Jamaican man is really the father, and the other man is not really the father, but he does know because apparently he was having sex with her, possibly the same time, maybe when she knew that she was already pregnant. So a number of women are doing things like those. Now, what we need to understand clearly, there are men as well who have their children and their children call other men father. Or there's a situation where a male has his child with him and the child was on his chest playing and asks the male who was the father who the child was playing with, say, daddy, can I go outside and go to daddy? Because daddy outside is in a car. Well, the father is actually on the bed with the child. And the mother said nothing about it but to say, I hope you don't make that into a problem. And I'm trying to understand why women would do things like these and do not seem to understand that their behavior at some point in time must be accounted for in terms of what they are doing. And what they'll do, they'll go and promulgate or argue or postulate or forward or even talk to persons and let persons say, listen, it is because I'm stop giving the man sex wise and giving the child something, when sometimes it's not nothing to do with that. Sometimes the women have been deceiving the men so much that the men are really afraid. And a man who is actually told by your child that she has another father, technically is going to ask the question, should I support such a child? No, I'm forwarding to every male in Jamaica that if your child tells you that they have another father, do not support that child until you have done a paternity test. And let no woman try to belittle you to let you support a child that knowingly may not be yours. If it is that that child was given to you as your child and you have a doubt, I'm saying, gentlemen, go and do a paternity test. Hold all finances, go and do a paternity test. And when you have done so, then you can decide whether you want to support the child or not, depending on whether the child is yours or not. And that is a right that you have to do and a decision that you have to make. But I'm saying no male in Jamaica should be supporting a child that you do not think is yours, that was given to you under false pretense. It's a matter that the government needs to take up in hand and deal with it severely. Now, how it is that a female is going to give a child to two males? Can two males impregnate a child, impregnate a female, and get one child? Come on. We need to stop this nonsense. And women, you are irresponsible, and it's a practice that you need to stop. Stop this. You need to address the problem. You need to take accountability for your action. You're irresponsible, and therefore you must take account for what you have been doing. Stop lying. The issue is stop lying to men and women and destroying children in the process. You know, a child is not for a man. Do not give a man a child that is not his. Stop it, ladies. And then you have the nerve to go and say, because you have neglect sex to the man is not supporting the child. When you fully well know what you have done and what transpired to result in that situation. How a child can have two fathers. A child, I say. Not children, not twins. A child can have two fathers. You give the child to a male that you think can support the child when the father is there sometime, is a crook, is a thief, is somebody untoward, low in terms of standing, and yet still you decide not to give the child to the father, whoever he is, and give the child to a male who is able to support the child. Ladies, stop doing this nonsense. The matter must be stopped, and you are irresponsible because you are destroying lives in the process. You destroy the life of the male and the life of the child, the unborn child, and the child who is born. A number of men are now afraid to take ownership for children that women are giving them. Within the context, that 70% of Jamaican women indicated that they have given a man a jacket or a child that is not his. Are men supposed to be afraid? And then when they do this and men questioned their motive and their intention and question whether the child is his, you're told is because you have stopped having sex with the female, why you're denying the child privileges. When fully well that the male has a fear, a doubt, and believes the child is not his because of one, possibly the child responds to what is going on, because the child may not even be aware as to what is going on, and the child may utter innocent words to say, okay, then daddy, my daddy is out there, or daddy give me so and so. No, we need to understand what is going on. And males who are going through this, you have to take a stance. And females, you are destroying lives. Be responsible. Take account for your actions. A number of females are not taking account for their actions. You are irresponsible and you are destroying families and lives. And the process lying to others to indicate that you are correct. This practice must be stopped. A number of children have been disgraced because a male who was given as a father for the child was found out not to be the case. A number of men have killed women because of this. It's a matter that needs to be addressed and addressed now. Men, do not be afraid. Do not let any woman say to you, because I stopped giving you sex, why not supporting the child, when they fully well know, as well as you know, that the child is not yours, or you have doubted the paternity of the child. Or in some instances, when a child say to you, the male, that my father is outside, or my father gave me this, knowing fully well that you ought to be the father. Men, don't be afraid of any woman like that. They are irresponsible beasts. And no, don't be afraid of them. Address the matter squarely, openly, frankly. Look them in the eye and tell them, no, you will not support a child that's not yours. Under disguise, under fabrication. It's fraud that you ladies are doing. And the matter must be stopped. And stop lying about your irresponsible, erratic, emotional behavior that is destroying families. Men, what do you have to say? Women, what do you have to say? Some men take the woman's side, some women take the man's side. So, okay, then, all right, then, man, support the child. Be understanding. Why should the person be understanding when you have been lied to? Let's deal with the issue and deal with the issue squarely. And a number of these things are happening to women in the church. You are lying through your teeth. You are irresponsible, erratic, and irrational, and destroying the future generations. When a male give the father of the child to the father, not lie. And then when you realize that the male that you have given the child to recognizes that he's not the father, you then lie to say, listen, it's because I withhold sex from him, why he's not supporting the child. Like, share, and subscribe to my channel as I continue to provide you trusted information for you to use to make decisions. You know, I'm not gonna mince words. I'm dealing with things because we need to stop this because destroying lives.